Hey there, Cowboys Nation. Welcome to Dallas Cowboys Fan, your ultimate destination for all things America's team. Whether you bleed blue and silver or are just starting to catch Cowboys fever, this is the place. If you are a die-hard fan, please make sure to subscribe for more latest news and updates of your favorite team. What's up, Cowboys Nation? We've got some breaking news that's going to shake up the NFL and could be a game-changer for America's team. If you're a die-hard Dallas Cowboys fan, you are going to want to hear this because Jerry Jones and the front office might have just pulled off a move that could set the team up for years to come. And trust me, you don't want to miss a second of this because the Cowboys might finally be solving one of their biggest issues heading into the future. So, let's get right into it. The Dallas Cowboys are reportedly making a major push for an elite wide receiver out of Ohio State, and this move could be one of the best decisions the franchise has made in a long time. With the Cowboys always looking to strengthen their offense and give Dak Prescott more weapons, this move makes perfect sense. If you've been watching college football, you already know that Ohio State has been a WR factory in recent years, producing some of the best talents in the NFL today. Think of guys like Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave, Jackson Smith, and Jigba, and even past stars like Terry McLaurin and Michael Thomas. Now, another Ohio State wide receiver is on the verge of joining that elite list, and he could be landing in Dallas very soon. This is a big deal because the Cowboys have had some struggles with their wide receiver depth outside of CeeDee Lamb. While Brandon Cooks has been solid and Michael Gallup has shown flashes, there's no doubt that adding another explosive young playmaker could take this offense to the next level. And if you look at how the Cowboys' offense has been structured over the years, the best versions of this team have always had multiple elite weapons at the wide receiver position. Remember when the Cowboys had Amari Cooper, Michael Gallup, and CeeDee Lamb? That trio gave defenses nightmares, and now Dallas could be looking to replicate that success with another young star wideout. Now, let's talk about this Ohio State wide receiver and why he would be such a great fit in Dallas. If you've been paying attention to the Buckeyes, you already know who I'm talking about. This guy is one of the most polished and explosive receivers coming out of college, and his route running ability, speed, and hands make him a perfect weapon for the Cowboys' passing attack. Scouts and analysts have been raving about his ability to create separation, make contested catches, and be a reliable target in crucial moments. And if you're a Cowboys fan, you know how important that is, especially with how Dak Prescott loves to spread the ball around. One of the biggest issues for the Cowboys in recent seasons has been their inability to consistently create big plays down the field. While CeeDee Lamb has emerged as a true number one receiver, teams have been able to focus on him, making it harder for him to dominate. Adding a young, dynamic Ohio State receiver to the mix would immediately take pressure off Lamb and open up the field for the entire offense. Defenses wouldn't be able to double-team one guy, and that's exactly what you need in today's NFL, where explosive offenses win championships. Another reason why this move makes so much sense is the financial aspect. The Cowboys are always keeping an eye on the salary cap, and bringing in a top-tier, rookie wide receiver means they can get elite production at a fraction of the cost of signing a big-name free agent. We all know that Jerry Jones loves to make splash moves, but he's also strategic when it comes to building a roster that can compete year after year. If Dallas lands this Ohio State wide receiver, they're getting a potential superstar on a rookie contract, allowing them to allocate money to other key positions like the offensive line, defense, and possibly extending some of their key players. And let's not forget about the draft history. The Cowboys have had a lot of success drafting wide receivers early. Dez Bryant, CeeDee Lamb, and even Michael Irvin back in the day were all early draft picks who became superstars in Dallas. This move would be continuing that tradition, ensuring that the Cowboys have a dominant receiving corps for years to come. The front office knows that in today's NFL, You have to surround your quarterback with elite weapons, and this is the type of move that can make a real difference. So, what would this mean for Dak Prescott? Well, let's be real. The Cowboys are in a critical phase with Dak. There are still some questions about whether he's the long-term answer at quarterback. But if you're going to give him the best chance to succeed, you need to surround him with the best talent possible. Bringing in a young, dynamic receiver who can stretch the field and create mismatches would make Dak's job so much easier. It would allow the offense to be more balanced, keep defenses honest, and ultimately help the Cowboys be more explosive in the passing game. And let's be honest, if Dallas wants to compete with teams like the 49ers and Eagles in the NFC, they need to be able to put up points in a hurry. Now, let's talk about how this move impacts the rest of the roster. If the Cowboys draft this Ohio State receiver, what happens to Michael Gallup? Gallup has been a solid player for Dallas, but ever since his injury a couple of years ago, he hasn't quite been the same. If the Cowboys bring in a new WR1 level talent, Gallup's role could diminish even more, or he could become a trade candidate. That's something to keep an eye on as we get closer to draft season. Another thing to consider is how this move would affect the offensive scheme. Mike McCarthy has been calling plays this season, and while there have been ups and downs, adding another playmaker to the mix would give him even more options to work with. We've seen that McCarthy loves to spread the ball around, and with a young, explosive receiver in the lineup, Dallas could open up the playbook even more. Imagine a scenario where you have CeeDee Lamb on one side, this Ohio State receiver on the other, Brandon Cooks in the slot, and Tony Pollard coming out of the backfield. That's a nightmare for defenses, and would make the Cowboys one of the most dangerous offenses in the NFL. The bottom line is this. If the Dallas Cowboys pull off this move and bring in this Ohio State wide receiver, they are setting themselves up for success for years to come. This isn't just about adding another player. This is about making a statement that the Cowboys are serious about competing for a Super Bowl. The NFC is wide open, and if Dallas can continue to build around their strengths and add young, explosive talent, they have a real shot at making a deep playoff run. So, Cowboys fans, what do you think about this potential move? Do you think Dallas should go all in and draft this Ohio State wide receiver? Who would you like to see the Cowboys target in the draft? Drop your thoughts in the comments below because I want to hear from you. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a breaking news update on America's team. We're going to be covering everything Cowboys related as we get closer to the draft, so stay locked in. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Go Cowboys!